ancient city is calling. Oh, arise, sons and daughters of the land. The king of the city is marching. Stand up high to the pride of the land. The founding fathers have labored, and our time to serve is now. The glory of the new Edo nation will forever be our pride. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be. Our treasures are found in all nations, and our greatness is second to none. Our history forever shall be written, how our kings have endured all times. Our people cultured in unity, our hearts beat for the land. Rich culture, stories of heroes, legacies forever be. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be. Unite and stand with each other, forgive and let it go. Together we can stand, come what may. Edo future lies in us. Teach our children to teach their children what our fathers taught. To fear and love the Creator, only then shall we succeed. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be.
Edo State Government commemorates International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, sensitizes citizens against drug use, cultism, and cyber crimes. Edo State House of Assembly launches investigation into reported relocation of a serving councillor overseas. Plus, House of Representatives enact legislation aimed at regulating corporate social responsibility by companies operating in Nigeria. This is the EBS Comprehensive News. Good evening and thank you for joining us on the EBS Comprehensive News. We sincerely apologize for coming behind our scheduled time. I am Obofuni Alufohai. Edo State government has organized a two-day sanitization and advocacy campaign to commemorate 2024 International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. The awareness is, among others, born out of government's concern for the well-being of citizens and to eradicate cultism, cybercrime, and drug abuse from the state. Moses Agboma tells us more.
Officials of the Ministry of Youth and Humanitarian Affairs, in partnership with those of the Ministry of Social Development and Gender Issues, are saying no to drugs, cultism, and illicit trafficking in Edo. The sensitization campaign with the theme "The Evidence is Clear, Invest in Protection" is one of the ways to reach out to the public on the effect of drugs and antisocial vices affecting youths in the society. Speaking to newsmen, Commissioner for Youth and Humanitarian Affairs, Honorable Zubeiru Abubakar, represented by Director of Youth, Mrs. Ayegbeni Balogun, said the awareness is born out of the state government's concern for the well-being of its citizens and to eradicate cultism, cybercrime, and drug abuse from the state.
The government's concern for the lives of the youth in Edo State and in the nation in general about the welfare and the life of our youth. And that is why we are carrying out this sensitization to mark International Day Against Drug Abuse. So it has become an issue of concern with the way lives are being wasted. You see our youth on the streets, some are running mad, some are being killed as a result of cultism, and some are involved in cybercrime, and some are also involved in drug abuse.
Among the places visited in the state capital were Sakomba Road, King Square, Ebiwe, Edo State House of Assembly, among others. International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking is celebrated yearly on 26th June. Moses Agboma, EBS News.
Edo State House of Assembly has mandated the Committee of Local Government and Public Petitions to investigate the alleged abscondment of one Sunday Okadio who was said to have left for the United Kingdom after being elected as councillor to represent Ward 3 in Asa Central Local Government Council. The directive followed a petition to this effect which was presented by the clerk of the House at resumption of plenary. Robert Ogbebo brings details of the report.
Presenting the details of the petition during plenary, the clerk of the House, Alhaji Audu Yahaya Omogbai, noted that the said Sunday Okodio left for the United Kingdom since November 2023, leaving his constituency unrepresented. The member representing Eastern Central Constituency, Honorable Fada Egbiremole, said the councillor who had absconded to the United Kingdom is still receiving his salaries and therefore requested the Speaker, Honorable Blessing Agbebaku, to call on the leader of Eastern Central Legislative Arm to declare the seat of the said councillor vacant. The Speaker, Honorable Blessing Sheriff Agbebaku, in his remarks, referred the petition, which was signed by the leaders of Ward 3, to the Committee on Local Government and Public Petitions to wade into the matter and report back to the House in 2 weeks. Meanwhile, the member representing Oriamo South, Honorable Brat Yamu, whose suspension has been lifted, has resumed plenary. He said it was nice to be back with colleagues in Parliament. The House later adjourned for further legislative activities. Robert Ogbebo, EBS News.
The Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) Edo State Council has commended Edo Broadcasting Service (EBS) for the robust coverage and showcase of its activities to the public. Chairman of the NLC Edo State Council, Comrade Odio Olaye, was speaking in Benin City when he led executive members of the union on a courtesy visit to the management of Edo Broadcasting Service at its corporate headquarters at Dowawa in Benin City. Friday Ehimota brings details of the report.
Members of the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) Edo State Council on a visit to appreciate management of Edo Broadcasting Service. Chairman of the union, Comrade Odion Olaye, while appreciating Edo Broadcasting Service for the wider coverage given to the union during its struggle, appealed for its sustenance. Comrade Olaye commended Governor Godwin Obaseki for the numerous infrastructural transformation across the state, most especially in Edo Broadcasting Service.
Using EBS right from the day of Bruce Ali, who found this EBS, Edo State Broadcasting Services. But today, in your time, we can see a very, very big difference in it. We can see, I've been in your studio so many times, on radio and TV. I see the digital machine that people are using there today that Mr. Governor has put in place during your time.
Responding, General Manager Edo Broadcasting Service, Mrs. Quineth Orobedu, commended the NLC Edo State Council for the visit to the station, noting that EBS will continue to partner with NLC for effective service delivery.
All you have been saying about EBS, they have all been kudos to Mr. Governor. He's been the one, behind it all, and not just in providing an enabling environment. That's in terms of infrastructure, he also provided the enabling environment in terms of administration, in terms of willpower, ensuring that proper things are done.
The NLC Edo State Council Executive, however, appeals to EBS management to help in reaching out to the public for the commercial use of Labour House Event Center on number 1 Temboga Road, Benin City. Friday Ehimoto, EBS News.
Following the decision of the Central Bank of Nigeria to recapitalize commercial banks in the country, the coalition of civil societies organizations in the country has thrown their weight behind the plan, saying the decision is healthy for Nigeria's economy and it will make the banks stronger as well as attract investors. According to them, at the last recapitalization, 25 billion naira was worth about $200 million today, hence the need for the recapitalization. Addressing journalists at Ikeja, Lagos State, the spokesperson for the civil society organization and former chairman of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, Lagos and District Society, Mr. Alexa Wilscott, said the banks in Nigeria are now weak and it discourages investors. He noted that recapitalization is to make the banks healthy and stronger, arguing that when banks are healthy, they will be able to perform better and recruit more staff. The House of Representatives is enacting a law aimed at regulating corporate social responsibility by companies operating in Nigeria. Stakeholders who converged in Abuja at the instance of the House Committee on Corporate Social Responsibility to make input to the bill are, however, of the opinion that punitive measures stipulated in the bill are stringent and will amount to double dealing on the part of government. Henrietta Mamodu has the details.
Speaker Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, represented by Leader of the House, says the bill seeks to provide legal status and guidelines to corporate responsibility for better coordination and regulation. Chairman House Committee on Corporate Social Responsibility Lillian Urubu maintains that some companies operating in the country have over time violated the law, hence the need for regulation and stringent punishment.
To provide legal status and guidelines to corporate social responsibility for better coordination and regulation. The success of this legislative process is dependent on your response and contribution to this public.
Create a robust regulatory framework. This will include provisions for monitoring, reporting, and enforcement, ensuring accountability and transparency in CSR activities.
In his presentation, Wundi Ndanusa, who spoke on behalf of the Central Bank of Nigeria governor, proposed that CSR should be domiciled in the Corporate Affairs Commission.
It's misplaced for non-compliance with CSR to be punishable by imprisonment. We believe this penalty is too stringent. More so, this raises concerns regarding its compatibility with constitutional rights and freedoms, particularly those safeguarding property and economic liberties of citizens.
It will make the Nigerian market less competitive, unlike what is obtainable in countries like South Africa and Egypt. CSR is about the integration of socio-environmental concerns by businesses into their operations and should enhance socially responsible and sustainable business practices. The BA may not encourage any sustainable social programs by the corporations.
Also speaking at the hearing, a representative of the Oil Producers Trade Section appealed that oil and gas companies be exempted from the new law, as the Petroleum Industry Administration Act has already imposed higher responsibilities on them. This position did not go down well with the lawmakers. The committee has, however, issued a last warning to MTN and Airtel for snubbing its summons and threatens to invoke its constitutional power of arrest if pushed further. Henrietta Momodu, EBS News.
You can watch the broadcasting service on Star Times, channel 113, and on Go TV as channel 141. For more on our news, follow EBS Reloaded on Facebook and subscribe to the broadcasting service on YouTube. You can now report motorists driving against traffic one way by recording a video of the vehicle and sending the recorded video to the WhatsApp number 0813-203-0846. You're still with the EBS Comprehensive News. We'll take a breather for some commercial messages. When we return, towards a balanced approach to energy transition, President Bola Tinubu canvasses investment in oil and gas sector to meet energy demand of the population. We'll bring you this report and others after the break.
Aye, pe nyagban orera nogan agbonoga emi igbinovia agmontan emi wukakebe egbe eodoye were wedene weni maje were ukugba kege veneri mate paria wa yoga okagbe oge egbe agbe odiowe oge okworomi yoga huta oge ewo era nogan unyiwe sinu weni kakebe obesin weya muimo ina maeri ebe edene na emi okonu weko yimato kake rukpe dadamede nuweru yima oto ina ya maeri ebedene na ni ma ya fegi waje egbegi era nogan ade ayeri agmaria be wofian be ae erima aro obo koro we gwasa otedo sadaro pagbeni na gbon ya ke na kian ba gbe we na kian na se egbe a emi wu eja kebe iyen no biomo e odo ye were bedene ope oba Joseph agaku igbinovia e orio boy be na jeme na wewe
Admission into Edo State College of Health Sciences and Technology, Edo Cohes, for 2024 academic section is currently ongoing. The admission is into the following schools: School of Environmental Health Sciences, School of Community Health, School of Health Information Management, School of Medical Lab Technician, and School of Pharmacy Technician. Applicants must possess WAEC or NECO O level with at least 5 credits in mathematics, English, biology, chemistry, and physics at not more than 2 sittings. WAEC and NECO results should be available by September before admission. National Diploma applicant must have sat for Joint Admission Matriculation Board (JAM) for 2024. Application opens June 6, 2024 and closes July 6, 2024. Application fee is 10,500, non-refundable. For more inquiries, please visit our website www.edoccohet.edostate.gov.ng. Signed by Dr. Moyo Kazim, Provost.
Edo, are you ready for positive change? The Edo State government is calling on you, the champions of a cleaner tomorrow, to support its effort of making Edo State great again. Introducing the Mega Cleanup Program, powered by the Ministry of Environment and Sustainability, supported by all 18 local government councils. Every Monday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., lock your shops and unite in purpose to sanitize your environment, sweep, clear the drains, and gather the waste for waste managers to evacuate. Traders, this is your time to shine. Beautify your surroundings, bag your waste accordingly for a cleaner, greener Edo. Remember, no more waste on road medians. Our streets deserve better outlook. Be warned, Edo State Task Force will be out to arrest dumpers of waste in unauthorized zones. If you are caught, you will be arraigned and prosecuted before a mobile court. Edo State deserves the best, a heaven for investment. A cleaner state will be a testament to our culture and pride. Let's join hands with the Edo State government to make the heartbeat the cleanest state.
Thanks for staying connected. President Bola Tinubu says he needs more time to consult widely on the appropriate amounts to be paid as new minimum wage for workers in the public sector. The president gave the explanation at the Federal Executive Council meeting this Tuesday when the matter was put forward for deliberation. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, revealed this while briefing State House correspondents. He said the memo was stepped down because the federal government thought it wise to consult with other stakeholders, especially as the new minimum wage proposals affect the local government areas, states, and the federal governments. President Bola Tinubu says Nigeria remains committed to a balanced approach to energy transition and still requires substantial investment in the oil and gas sectors to meet the energy demands and economic needs of its population. Speaking at a meeting in Abuja with the group chief executive of Standard Chartered Bank, Mr. Bill Winters, the president called for a just energy transition that supports vulnerable communities across the nation. Ayetutu Alufohai has the details.
President Tinubu also highlighted strategic projects across different sectors embarked upon by his administration to stimulate economic growth. He reiterated his commitment to sustaining ongoing economic reforms and measures to stabilize the economy. In his remarks, Mr. Winters lauded President Tinubu's bold economic reforms, noting that it was in line with international investment commitment in developing communities across the nation. The delegation from Standard Chartered Bank included Mr. Folonsho Phillips, chairman of Standard Chartered Bank of Nigeria, and Mr. Dalu Ajene, the chief executive officer of the Nigerian branch of the bank. Ayetutu Alufohai, EBS TV News.
President Bola Tinubu says, though steps taken to combat Nigeria's security challenges had been mapped out before he took up the presidency, achieving security and peace required that historical injustices that had torn communities apart were first fully addressed. Tinubu spoke in Katsina when he declared open the Northwest Peace and Security Summit with the theme Regional Cooperation for Securing Lives and Livelihood in Northwest Nigeria. The president assured that his administration would not rest until banditry, terrorism, and other forms of insecurity were completely eliminated from the country. He said the country had already begun to witness a turning point in security as the strategies adopted by the security forces, including rules of engagement employed are beginning to yield results. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has praised the media for its pivotal role in countering terrorism. He also cautioned that misinformation and fake news can be damaging as terrorists act. The minister made this remark while speaking at the opening of a two-day training workshop on effective reporting towards strengthening alternatives to terrorist ideologies. for defense correspondents and reporters at the Office of the National Security Advisor this Tuesday in Abuja. Idris highlighted the crucial influence on media in shaping the public perception and promoting peace. He emphasized the significant impact that media coverage has on public understanding of terrorism and the national security issues, commending the National Counter-Terrorism Center and the Office of the National Security Advisor for their strategic engagement with the media. Idris acknowledged the proactive efforts of these institutions in the fight against terrorism, noting their numerous successes rescued operations of kidnapped victims. The Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria (FAN) has launched an armed aviation security unit at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, who disclosed this, said the armed unit was launched to address touring and illegal activities at airports. Keyamo said the unit has been mandated to arrest and prosecute touts and other suspected criminals operating within the airport premises. According to the minister, the initiative will be replicated at other international airports in the country to ensure a safer and more secure environment for passengers and airport users. Recall that on June 23, the minister claimed the issue of extortion of passengers by officials of government agencies at the national airports was beyond the minister's control. Custom Duty Controller, Finance Administration and Technical Service Andrew Essien slammed and died at the National Assembly this Tuesday. EBS correspondent Arieta Mamadou reports that the incident occurred while he was responding to questions at the Public Accounts Committee of the House of Representatives. Reacting to the incident in a statement, spokesperson of the House of Representatives, Akin Rotimi, extended heartfelt condolences to the family, friends, and colleagues of the deceased. He recognized the significant contributions Essien made to the Nigerian Customs Service and to the nation. The statement added that the House is ready to support efforts to understand the circumstances surrounding the incident and is cooperating fully with all relevant authorities to ensure all necessary protocols are followed.
Bank account is out of your own purview. Yes, sir. That's your position.
That's my position.
Okay,
sir.
go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
And that's the much we have on the Comprehensive News. Thank you for watching. Do have a beautiful week, a beautiful day ahead. Good evening. I am Obofoni Alufohai.